You're gonna love what's coming up next from Night Owl Gaming.
Good evening, fellow Night Owls, and oh, what's this? Oh, don't worry about this. This is my Metroiding wand, and as you know, when you get Metroid in a game, it means that you lose all your abilities and you can't leave this video until you watch till the very end. To get unmetroided, you need to subscribe to my channel and like this video. In the big scheme of things, the Switch 2 is one of the most anticipated follow-ups to a top-selling Nintendo console. And while many questions still linger about the upcoming system, such as screen resolution, online capabilities, and backwards compatibility with Switch titles, one thing is for sure, it has got to be better than... Yes, officer, that's the one. That's the one that killed Star Fox Zero. Now, I'm not going to go deep into detail speculating about hardware. There are many other channels doing this as we speak. But I am going to be talking about a killer app that I think Nintendo could use to make sure that this doesn't happen again. Aw, damn it, I didn't get to play Metroid Prime Hunters on the Wii U! Metroid, as a franchise, has seen an impressive resurgence on the Switch. From Metroid Dread to the Metroid Prime remake, as well as the original games on the Game Boy and Game Boy Advance Nintendo Switch Online service, there's been some newfound popularity, as well as an increase in games in the franchise since... And I think the franchise could be used as a vehicle to push the new Switch successor. And apparently even Nintendo has thought that Metroid was a good idea in the past. You see, when they released their first Nintendo DS's, it was released with the First Hunt demo, which was a demo of what Metroid Prime Hunters would come to be. While the original game on the DS did pretty well for itself commercially, it's had a hard time being reprinted just by virtue of being on the DS. I mean, it was replayable on the Wii U's Virtual Console, and that's about all the remakes that we've gotten for this game so far. I think that if they remade the game today, the biggest area that would have to be rehauled is the story. You don't get Metroided, and there's only 2 boss types throughout the whole game, generally more linear than most of the other games in the series. And the graphics could be up-res slightly for contemporary audiences as well. But I think there's room for this side story to complement and expand the lore of the Prime series, and also give Nintendo a presence on the online shooter stage.
Well, then who would you believe?
I don't know, Robert Loggia? Whoa, Robert Loggia!
Billy, your mother's right. New Minute Maid orange tangerine tastes great. This got as much calcium as milk.
If you say so, Mr. Loggia.
Yeah.
I believe that many would argue that Splatoon 3 has been a great online community game for the Switch so far, but there are a few things going against it. First, we honestly don't know if the Switch 2 will be backwards compatible with the original Switch titles, and I can't see people just buying a whole nother port of this game just to keep playing it. Plus, given the popularity of first-person shooters like Apex Legends, Overwatch 2, and Halo, there isn't really a first-person shooter that's exclusive to the Switch. And thanks to the recent Microsoft-Activision merger, we might actually see some Call of Duty on the system. But I think that the multiplayer from Hunters, with a few modifications, could be poised to take the crown as the shooter that everyone has to play. There are multiple hunters, special weapons, and even custom heads-up displays that could be applied to the different characters. Not only that, but Nintendo could implement a battle pass system to upgrade the cosmetics for each of the hunters. These could be updated seasonally with additional characters, new maps, and maybe even crossovers like having Star Fox characters in the game as well.
You guys need all the help you can get.
Or characters from the upcoming Metroid Prime 4. Imagine cool alternative Samus helmets and acid-burned armor for Kraden and a new lava for Spire? Now, back in the day, I played Hunters into the ground. I would use the web browser on the DS to go into chat rooms to get friend codes from people, and then I would go back to Hunters, add in the friend codes, and play some deathmatch. Now, the Prime Hunters multiplayer community is still active to this day, and even have an active Discord as well. And that shows the enduring strength of the best shooter on the DS, and how the popularity of this game could end up giving some much needed oomph to the new console. Think about it. The multiplayer and demo of the game could be free, and you could give the first battle pass to users who already have, or sign up for a new Nintendo Switch Online subscription. Make the full game 40 bones with an up-res and some updates to the terrain and puzzles, and I think the Big N has a certified banger on its hands. Along with adopting a more modern first-person shooter, Nintendo, I think, should revise their advertising strategy. We can look back in history to Metroid Prime 2 Echoes for a bit of inspiration in this area. Much of the marketing, even if it wasn't necessarily Nintendo, was looking to take aim at Halo. That's right, Microsoft's unstoppable juggernaut has, much to the hardcore fans' chagrin, continued on past the original trilogy.
Ooh, he's trying!
While 343 continues to drop the ball on current iterations of the franchise, around the time Halo 2 released, many companies were trying to dethrone the king. Regardless of what you think of Halo now, At the time, there was game after game after game trying to be the thing that killed the Master Chief. And I say this as a die-hard Halo fan. I play most of the games, I've read most of the books, and have tried to enjoy the movies and TV show. So I think that given the relative weakness of the fandom for Halo right now, and the increased quality of the Metroid games on the Switch, Hunters could be primed to be the actual reigning champ in the world of online shooters. So come on Nintendo, bring back the Halo killer.
Also owns Seinfeld's complete series DVD gift set.
Put me down. I'm down.
I personally think that a Metroid Prime Hunters remake could be a win-win for both Nintendo and their fans. Leveraging its unique gameplay modes like Prime Hunter and its wide cast of characters that have yet to be fully fleshed out, Nintendo has the opportunity to strike gold. Plus, I would love a new Metroid Prime game to sink into as my go-to shooter. And I'm saying this as someone who plays Halo Infinite almost daily right now. I really enjoyed the game, but I have a specific love for the Prime trilogy and would love a new game to slake this hunger. So what do you think? Could Metroid Prime Hunters be the game changer for the new Switch? Do you think the new Switch is coming soon? Drop your thoughts in the comments below, and as always, if you enjoyed this video, share it with a hardcore Halo fan. Make sure to collect all your missile expansions, and we'll see you tonight. Oh, one more thing.
Back out!